Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and it's been a while since we've done an accessory tier list, but we're back. So the last time I did an accessory tier list was like 2 or 3 updates ago, and we've had 4 new accessories, which 3 of them were added this update. So yeah, let's go ahead and see how good they are. So first up, we got Naruto's accessory, which gives you 0.05% boss healing. A lot of people think it's good, a lot of people think it's trash. It's only useful if you have less than 100,000 stat points, and even then, it's still not that good. I'd prefer an accessory that gives you damage. And the reason it's not good if you have 100,000 stat points is because once you have that, it just heals you when you do damage to bosses. So, or actually, I think damage at all. Yeah. So it's just like way better than this accessory, and it makes it completely useless. Next up, we got the Black Wings. They give you 17% crit damage. Crit damage accessories are pretty mid, because they always give pretty low crit damage percentages. I'm gonna give it A tier though. The Chainsaw Dog, very underrated. It gives you 10% attack, which is very good, so I'm gonna give it A tier, above the Black Wings. Next up, we got dark, not black. What are they called? Cosmic Bandages. They give you 10% cooldown reduction, which is very insane. Good for literally every game mode. Next up, we got the Chainsaw Accessory. It's literally just Naruto Beast Accessory, but it gives you 0.06 boss damage healing instead of 0.05. So it's slightly better than Naruto's. Naruto's? Naruto? Next up, we got Obito's Balls. We got his balls here. So Obito's balls belong slightly above the Black Wings because they give you 10% crit chance, and 10% crit chance, I would take that over 17% crit damage. But next up we got Tengen's accessory. So Tengen's accessory gives you 12% attack, which is pretty tubular, which makes it just slightly better than the Chainsaw Dog. So I'm gonna give it A tier. Next up, we got the Devil Wings, which a lot of people don't know how you get them. You get them from doing Slime Dimension easy. I do not recommend trying to grind for them though, because they are a 1 in 1,000 chance to get. So on average, 1,000 Slime Dimensions. Do not try and grind for Devil Wings. But they are good. They give you 15% boss damage, which is the best stat in the game. It's useful for Dimensions, Infinite, Boss Rush, and Raid. So I'm going to give it S tier, above the Cosmic Bandages. It's not good for time challenge though, because there's no bosses in time challenge. Next up, we got Dragon's Balls. They also give you 10% cool introduction, but I don't think they look as cool as the Cosmic Bandages, so I'm gonna put them under. Next up, we got Shankscape. It's the same thing as Black Wings, but it doesn't look as cool. They give 17% crit damage. And next up, we got the Energy Wings. They give you 9% cool introduction, and they look awesome. So it's 1% less than the Cosmic Bandages and not Naruto, Dragon's Balls. So we're gonna put them up here. If only they gave 10%. If only. Anyways, the Eternal Tree gives you 10% crit chance, which is pretty bodacious. I don't think it looks as good as Obito's Balls, though, so I'm going to put it under. But both of these give 10% crit chance. Next up, we got Ichigo's Accessory. I forgot what it's called. But it's also terrible. It gives you like 0.5% mob healing, which is pretty bad. Basically the same thing as these. It's just you'll encounter mobs more in the game than you will bosses. So I'm going to still give it C tier. Next up, we got Giant Bat Wings. I used to have 2 of these, and then I accidentally sold them. So they give you 10% attack, which is basically as good as the Chainsaw Dog. They look way cooler than the Chainsaw Dog, but you know, you just can't outclass it. Anyways, next up we got Azeth's Ice Wings, which give you 17% crit damage. I'm gonna put them above the other 17% crit damage ones though, because it looks cooler, but it's still not really too insane. Next up, we got Deku's Mask. It gives you 12% attack. I do not think it looks as cool as Tengen's Blades though. Some people would say Tengen's Balls, but anyways, next up we got Maneuver Gear. It gives you 15% boss damage, which makes it the best accessory in the game. But the Devil Wings do the same thing. Even though they are harder to get, I think they look cooler, so I'm going to put the Maneuver Gear under. Maneuver Gear still does look good, though. Anyways, next up we got Dio's Accessory. It gives you 17% crit damage, but I hate it. I was thinking of giving it B tier because of how much I hate the way it looks. But we're not going to be biased here. We don't do that. Well, actually, we do. Anyways, we got Gojo's Mask. No. What's it called? I was gonna say eye patch. Gojo's Blindfold, not patch. Or whatever. It gives you 10% crit chance. I think it looks cooler than all the other 10% crit chance accessories though, so I'm gonna put it above them. Next up, we got Mitsuri's Katana. It does the same thing as Ichigo's accessory, but I think it looks better. Doesn't look cooler, but it just looks better, especially on Comfy Kono. A lot of you guys don't know that skin. It's the skin I usually use because it can still super dash very well. and it's a small skin, which is why it can super dash. Anyways, next up we got Tandra's Blade. It gives you 10% crit chance. I do not think it's as good, or, well, it's the same thing, but, like, I don't think it looks cooler than, anyway. Next up, we got the Gear 5 Smoke. It gives you 10% cool introduction, so I'm going to put it above the Cosmic Bandages. I'm pretty sure you can't get this accessory anymore, because they added the new Nika's Horizon accessory. So, I don't know, maybe you actually can still get it, but I don't think you, no, you can't. I don't, no. That's pretty cool, though, because people who have it, I don't know. Richi's accessory, I think, just looks better than Tandra's accessory. I didn't mention, but it gives 10% crit chance. So, next up we got the Titan Blade. It gives you 12% attack, but I do not think it looks good at all. If it, like, went into maneuver, never mind, you can't equip two accessories, but if you could, and you could put it in a maneuver gear, I think that'd be pretty cool. Or if you held it, I think that would be really cool. Next up, we got the Vampire Wings. I forgot specifically what it does, but I know it does healing, but it looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna put it over here. I'm pretty sure it does mob healing, not boss healing. Anyways, what people have been waiting for, the Divine Accessory. So the Divine Accessory gives you 20% attack, and a lot of people think that's better than the 15% boss damage, but it's not. 20% attack is probably like 12% boss damage is what that is equivalent to, maybe 13 or 14%. You do get 6 stats on it though, but only 5 stats matter, so that doesn't really help you that much. It just gives you a higher chance, slightly higher chance of you being able to get a good one. So I'm gonna put it under Maneuver Gear and Devil Wings. If it gave you 20% boss damage though, that would actually be pretty crazy. Anyways, next up we got the Anniversary Katana. It gives you 14% crit chance. When I made the video saying what it does, I thought it gave you 14% crit damage because that's what someone told me. He said he mistook it for crit chance for crit damage though. And you know what? For those of you who are involved in the community, it was Crush. It was Crush. Everybody laugh at Crush, alright? Laugh at him. He told me it was 14% crit damage. It's 14% crit chance, alright? Anyways, I don't feel like that's better than 12% attack, but I do think it's better than 10% attack, so I'm going to put it above the Chainsaw Dog. Now, if they gave it like 15 or what am I talking? If they gave it higher crit chance up to like 16 or 17, then that'd actually be doing pretty good. For people who have Divine Pet, it'd be useless though. Next up, we got the new Gear 5 accessory, which I think looks amazing. Probably my favorite looking accessory in the game right now. They've been doing very good on it, the way accessories look recently. We got that one and this one. Sadly, when you equip the Anniversary Katana, which is what it was originally called, it won't actually show up, sadly. It'll show up if you equip it on your Roblox avatar, but it won't show up in-game. So, next up, we got the Nika's Horizon accessory. 11% cooldown reduction. It's pretty goofy and silly, so it's going above the normal Gear 5 accessory. Just by 1%, though. And it looks a lot cooler. So the Gear 5 one already looked pretty cool, but this one just still looks cooler. And next up, we got Jotaro's accessory, which gives you 17% crit damage. And I hate the way it looks. It looks terrible. Doesn't look as bad as Dio's accessory, but it does not look good. So, yeah, now let's just go ahead and move on to what no one cares about. The Black Cat, I don't know what it gives, so I'm just going to give it, like, D tier or something. Kirito's accessory, I'm pretty sure it gives you 10% mob damage, which actually, like, isn't even really that bad. The Flaming Tiger Cub, it gives you 10% boss damage, which isn't really bad. If it was a mythic, then it'd probably go over the crit damage accessories, but it's a legendary, so it's only got 4 stats. The Ghoul Mask gives you 11% crit damage, which is just trash, and it's a legendary, so you only get 4 stats. Now, this Wing accessory actually gives you, actually, by the way, I did 1,000 runs for this thing, or like 1.5 thousand or more, and didn't get it. So, this game's bad. Anyways, it gives you, I was about to say 11. It gives you 7% cooldown reduction, which is actually very good for its time. I'm going to put it up here. If it was a mythic accessory, it might go over the crit damage accessories. But next up, we got the King's Crown. I forgot what it gives, but oh, I remember now. It gives you 7% crit chance, which isn't really that good. Next up, the same thing pretty much, but it looks different. I don't think it looks as good. A lot of people think this accessory looks amazing, which I can understand why. I think it just looks kind of bland. I think they should make more accessories that are particles, like this one. That'd be very nice. Instead of making ones that literally just do not make sense. like the Titan blade. I mean, it kind of makes sense. That was a bad example. But like this accessory, like it's not in an anime. It's not. Has nothing to do with what raid it came from. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Um, I forgot what this gives. I'm pretty sure it gives 11% crit damage, but let me check. Alright, so it gives you 7% attack, which isn't really that bad, so I'm gonna give it B tier. Next up, we got this accessory. It gives you 12% HP, I'm pretty sure. So it's probably under the Black Cat. I still don't know how good it is. Actually, I'm gonna assume it gives you 12% mob damage. Or 11, not, whatever, 10%. Liberator Sword. Don't know for sure, but I can go check. But I'm pretty positive it gives you 5% cooldown reduction, which isn't that bad. It's not as good as the mythic accessories, but I'll probably put it right here. 5% cooldown reduction wouldn't really be too bad if it was a legendary or a mythic accessory, but it's an epic, so it only has 3 stats on it. Or 2. I don't remember. Anyways, we got this feller right here. 5% boss damage. Uh, Better than the healing accessories in my opinion, because they give you literally no damage boost at all besides their stats. Actually, I'd still say the 5 stats on it would be better than 2 or 4, or not 2 or 3, whichever it is, I don't remember. Anyways, next up we got All Might's accessory. I'm pretty sure it's 7% mob damage, which isn't really the greatest. This one I'm pretty sure is 2% mob damage. I'm gonna put this down here, because you do not need 12% HP. And the Titan accessory, I'm pretty sure it gives you HP regen, which is even worse, but it's a rare. That also reminds me, this is also a rare. Anyways, the first ever common accessory, and probably the only ever common accessory, deserves its own tier. I'm gonna call it Buster. I'm gonna make it blue. Oops, I just edited this. Hi. Okay. Anyways, the body pillow accessory gives you 0.123456789 attack. So yeah, that's the complete accessory tier list. I think the accessories they've been adding are pretty awesome looking. Except for this one. This one looks terrible. But if they had more like these two, I'd be pretty happy because they look pretty tubular. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video where I just talk about numbers, you know? We can all relate on what numbers are good on like a spiritual level. Yeah. Goodbye.